2 hours assigned for the lab should be sufficient for and do not hesitate to travel to the back seat and take some like there are paper cups and coffee and some snacks if you do not have food restrictions right now. I think it would be sufficient motivation to those who is not yet here. Okay, many thanks for coming. So this is computational chemistry 676. This is the goal of the course is to get practical skills for computational modeling of materials, and we are coming to the final stage of the course, where the computational observables are compared to experiment or evaluated by scientific communications. So by now, all class attendees hopefully have completed a first draft of their term projects, and we will do an activity which is in previous years was called academic peer review. So a goal of scientific research is to get new knowledge, but in order to survive, scientists need to prove the quality of their research, and the only way to prove it is to get evaluated by other scientists. As a preparation to this activity, which is typically in big life is submission of papers to the journals, we will mimic these real-life activities where we will have several journals with editors, and then the editors will consider your papers and provide evaluations, telling like accept, reject, improve, and it will be similar to real life on one hand, and it will help all of us to get grades and succeed in completing the course. So there will be 4 journals. So the first journal of quantum confinement and nanomaterials with editor-in-chief Dr. Yulun Han. Please welcome him. So you may think whom you want to submit to, or I will have some hints where to submit later on. So there is a journal of metal organic spectroscopy with editor-in-chief PhD candidate David Graupner. So please welcome him. There is a journal of active surfaces, whom I will play the role of editor, and there is a journal of clay materials with 2 editors, editor-in-chief Dr. Dinesh Tapa and associated editor PhD candidate Amir Hadiali Sadif. So discussion is natural part of science, right? And we cannot believe that anything we write will be immediately accepted as correct. So we need to prove the correctness of our activities to the people who are reading your work. So during the submission, the editor will review your paper either himself or send a paper for peer review. Peer review means that we cannot expect that I'm writing something, and 100 years old star of the science will read my work, because there are not too many of these famous scientists. Typically, the papers are sent to someone of the same rank in the research hierarchy. So it's blind review. Typically, we do not know, but it can be someone next door or someone next state or someone across the globe. And there are standard criteria that policy of the journal demands reviewers to follow. So reviewers are instructed to find weak places of the papers. And some journals are very detailed in this instruction, some are quite short. And here there will be a summary of typical requirements with a little bit more criteria, because it is an educational process. So the editors and those who will be elected to serve as reviewers. So today, every of you will serve two roles, an author and reviewer. Will be invited to fill a form to evaluate the work that you are invited to review by several criteria. So to give overall evaluation, like publish as is if it is perfect, reject if it is completely non-scientific, or typically in most journals it is either major or minor revision. So in addition, hello Adam, nice seeing you connected in person. So the reviewing criteria, it will be like 1 page, 2 side document, and while reviewing papers, you are invited to fill this little form. So first give decision, and then briefly write in your own words how you understand what the paper is about, why we are doing it. Because when your review will be returned to the author may realize that a reader misunderstood him or her. It's a major problem of scientific communications. I'm telling something and someone who is listening to me interpreting it in a completely different way. So here we are providing a feedback. The evaluator will summarize what he or she understands from the paper and then bring this message back to the author. And author may say, oh, okay, they took my word this way, I probably need to rewrite something. And the papers that we are working on today are not final ready. Final one will be due on Monday, like very early morning, like 6 a.m. Because I'm hiring local publisher and they need to print it before we have the final presentations exam on Wednesday. So they just need some time. So you have time like 3-4 days to complete based on the feedback you get from reviewers. So here there will be summary, and there are a lot of formalities, like is there a title of the paper, is there an author, is there a big picture and the introduction, who needs the research that is presented in this paper. On last 2 lectures we discussed that typically one starts research by being by observing gap in the knowledge or challenge in the knowledge. And then one may want to offer a hypothetical answer to this challenge. So while serving as reviewers, please mention if author did mention this challenge, if author did offer a hypothetical answer. So if yes, great. If no, try to improve in the next version, in the next iteration. So just make sure that the style is followed. While looking on the document, evaluate who is the target audience. Is it like for very experienced scientists, or for kindergarten kids, or for the best audience who should understand the paper is like freshman students. So it shouldn't be too much complicated. It should be digestible by freshmen. Quality of figures. Figures are not the essence of science, but journals need to follow some quality standards, and if the figures are substandards, papers can be rejected. So right now, while serving as reviewers, please check if lines are Hello, Hanwan. Nice seeing you coming in person. If lines are thick enough, if the quality is sufficient, if one can understand objects, if there is enough labeling and explaining, if labels are labeled, if not, just complain. Each figure must have captions. If captions are missed, complain. If figures are referred to in text in wrong order, complain. Next section is logical organization. So suppose you are reviewing a paper and you have, by some reason, you lost all figures. So the text of the paper should read logically and consistent, even if you're not looking on the figures. It should have a logical stream as proofs of theorem. So you have like motivation, challenge, hypothesis, some methods to prove this hypothetical answer, some statements, evidences that this was correct, and then conclusion that what you wanted to achieve was achieved. So it should read logically and should be glued together. If you do not see logical structure, complain and explain if, as reviewer, you can help the author by swap parts in order to remove some parts or add additional parts. Sometimes just swapping paragraphs can dramatically improve the quality of scientific paper. Check if conclusions are present. Sometimes at the first draft in previous years, many participants of the course just didn't have any conclusions. If they missed, right, please provide conclusions. Typically, conclusions should refer to what was in the introduction, like challenge, hypothesis, they proved wrong. And then one can give a little bit of emotions, like, do I, as a reviewer, find new knowledge? Do I feel jealous to this interesting subject that I want to do myself? Like, is there something that engages me to do the same research? Does it inspire me? And as a preparation to presentations in a week from now, I am not going to give presenters a hard time in a week from now, but there will be visitors who will. And I, just by experience from previous years, there will be visitors who will ask a question: how your results will change if you use different method, or how your results will change if you use different functional. Like, if you, which functional did you use? Was it PBE? What if you use hybrid HSC? As a reviewers, if you see the discussion of alternative ways, alternative functionals, give a big credit to the paper you are reading. Okay, so done with criteria. Very shortly, yeah, and results and discussion is standard. It just other equations, other numbers of equations, is any observable that is presented is referring to equation which is explaining how it was obtained, but it's quite a standard thing. So this diagram should be hidden from authors and shown only to reviewers. So just as authors, close your eyes. But after listening to these instructions, from now on, from today's meeting, you all are consecrated into the rank of scientific reviewers. So it is symbolic. It is symbolized by that you are granted with red pens, right? So you are not only authors, but you're also grading others. Just, you can take some. A backup. From now on, you are a reviewer. You've got some. Just there are a few more as a backup. Okay. Yep. There are more red pens if some of them is not working. So how do we organize practical activities? There are suggested match between subjects of your research and most preferred journal. So I will show this diagram once again. So we have enough time. We do not need to run and rush. But after I announce this little diagram, you can identify which journal you are recommended to submit, and slowly, without rush, in order, walk towards a table of the editor of your journal and submit your paper, which means just give 3 printed copies to the editor, okay? And then just return to your seat and wait if you will be assigned to review any of the papers. Is this protocol, is this mechanism clear enough? Anyone has complaints or misunderstanding? Okay. So, and then everyone just sits, waits. If needed, please go and take refreshments. And then editors will decide whom to give and how to proceed further. At the stage of editors will ask some of you to serve as reviewers, you will be also provided with a form. So as many forms, as many papers you're reviewing. So you need to fill a form and bring back to editors the original paper and your review form. Also, as reviewers, you have right to use your red pen and make marks right in the text. Okay. So, Journal of Quantum Confinement with editor-in-chief, Dr. Yuan Han. So, if you are in this circle, please slowly proceed and hand your works to the journal, to your editor. And you can go ahead. Maybe let's do it one journal at a time so that we do not create too much of traffic. If by some reason you have forgotten to print, just rush, run and print somewhere. No, I don't have stapler. I have someone left this thing. If there are no staples, but one can just flip the edge. Okay, Journal of Metal-Organic Spectroscopy. So Haley, Hanmant, and Anand are recommended to submit their works to PhD candidate David Graupner. 3 copies. 3 copies. Okay, so Anand, Hanmant, and Haley. David, you got only Haley's? Yeah, here's Hanmant. Anand? Huh? What? No, you need to submit right now. It is important part of the grade. Just print whatever you have and bring printed copies. Find a printer and it is important. Just find printer in the university. Whatever is ready, do it now. It's better do. No. Submit whatever you have because we are limited in time. You have another chance for final version, but we don't have time for improvements right now. Print whatever is available, okay? It's the rules of the game. Okay, so if your work deals with surface adsorbates, just please submit your works to the front table. Huh? Okay, yeah, thank you. Thank you. So Rizvi and Sarah are expected to submit here. Okay, and probably you have already done. So if your work is related to clays or transition states, please submit your work to the Journal of Clays. So Venjan, you submitted. Umar, just please submit here. And I think there is a late submission expected from Mirza, but please rush. Yes, yes, yes. So the authors can have like 5 minutes of relax, right? And now editors will start their work. Did you got the, okay. Hello, Sarah. Yeah, yes, please. Oh, there is a stapler if someone needs. I just didn't realize. So it will be just here. You've got? I don't need more. Yes, please. So just connect one form to one work and those for review for students we can handle that right now. Let me make an announcement. So, okay. Yeah. Yes. So each paper should be reviewed. You left? It's interesting. Oh, you're looking for a stapler, right? Okay. For what? It doesn't matter. It's very secondary. If you do, if there is one, you take it. If no, but just do not leave. Your service is needed as a reviewer as well. Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay. So each you've got whatever 6 or 9 papers total, right? Attach one review form to each paper, right? Sorry, it should be a 2-page or 1 page. It's one physical page, but it is double-sided, front and back. And then one version of the paper, you review either one of you, and then 2 versions you delegate it. You assign reviewers from the room. So in order so that we do not have one person doing too much. And hello, sir. So please help Dr. Han. You'll be his editorial assistant, like editor, associated editor. So there is a little suggestion whom to give it. Like if Amirzai is printing, like Umar, right? Mm-hmm. So there is one arrow. Yes, one goes to payment, another to Amir. So we should assign it right now? Yes. Okay. Do not rush, just slowly hand and tell like your editorial office is asking you to review a paper. You have 2 months for doing this. Okay. Yes. And he's going to print and submit it later. You can just withdraw points or forgive it, but I reminded him that it is important to submit right now whatever he has. Okay. Yeah. So if you're missing forms, there are a few more of them in the central table. Yes. Oh yes. Select whatever you like. So please read work of Payman. Fill all categories, like if something is good or something is bad, and then return it to me when you're done. So yeah, I think everyone will be asked typically to create two works. Maybe if something will not work, someone will get less or more, but typically two is expected. Yes. Please review work of and bring it back to me. Whom you're looking? You're looking for some. Just give me which name you're looking for. So Hanuman, one goes to Haley, another goes to Hadassah, right? Sarah. And would you please review the work of Sarah and fill the form? You're doing Haley, and you're doing Sarah. So everyone is expected to do two reviews, okay? And Rizvi is not in class today? Interesting. So the forms instruct 10 minutes per paper, but if it takes a little longer, it's okay. So let's maybe spend about half an hour of reading and writing evaluations, and then we'll get through returning our reviews back to editors and process further. So Rizvi is not here. Let's check if anyone has less than 2 papers. So like last minute adjustments, please raise hands if you have less than 2 papers assigned for you to review. Okay, just select randomly. Thank you. Yeah, it's not, it's out of supplies, but just flip the edge. Bless you, bless you, bless you. So I'm getting signals that some reviewers are close to completion. So do not rush. Complete whatever you need. And if you are earlier, just relax, get some refreshments. We will finish soon, but no emergency, no rush. Just maybe another 5, 10, 15 minutes, whatever it takes. Yes. Oh, good. So do not rush, do not panic. Everything is good. Just little announcement. If you, as reviewers, are close to completion or have already completed your reviews, then slowly, without panic, without running, walk toward the editor and hand him or her your graded materials. Then return back relax and wait until we do everything in a consistent way. So there is no rush. We are staying perfectly in time. Just if you think that you are done by grading, consider returning to the editor. Okay. Just write as much as you can. Tell what is missed. Tell what you suggest to add. Just because I don't know. Just tell I do not understand. What is this molecule? Why do we need it? Just share, and it will help the author to improve. Wait until they return, and then just glance through and return back to the authors. So do you need help? Is anything missing? Or you're basically done? This one. So just give suggestions. Like, of course, it is not a paper, just collection of images, but you can tell I do not understand what are these molecules. Why do we need them? Just tell like.
Yeah, this one won't take long now that I've looked at it.
Right now there is no time to make modifications to the results. We just need to do fair effort to explain what is obtained. And if after finishing the course you want to continue, we can discuss it. So do not worry. Right now we did a little research and now there is a little explanation and analysis. How do you like the papers you were grading?
What?
How do you like the papers you were grading? Found anything interesting?
It's interesting, yeah. Hey, is there going to be a quantum class next year?
Yes. Maybe in the spring.
Are you teaching?
We may co-teach it with Svetlana.
She's teaching?
Co-teaching.
Co-teaching?
Co-teaching.
Oh, okay.
And I was teaching it last time in 2017, and it is online. You can watch it, but it's boring to watch. It's much better to do it interactively.
Okay.
Yeah, complain
with mine, it was for Adam reports. Right now, Payman told gave me a report. His report. He wants to me check his reports and put some comments for Payman.
Yeah, please do, please do. Because he doesn't show any, he doesn't analyze any interpretive distance. In your papers that you have submitted, you were making tables of how most important distances are changed. And I think it is what he would need for his paper.
Yeah, I will tell him.
That's okay, that's okay. It means because you are so busy making several revisions. Thank you for making these comments. Even if there is not much written, by adding your comments, you help the author to improve. You tell what to do first, right? Okay. I'm close to completion. Let me gently ask who has completed at least one review. I think everyone, right? Okay, who hasn't completed the first review? So everyone completed at least one review, right? And who has completed two reviews? Okay, so who is doing the second review right now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Yeah, go ahead, please continue. And if you're done, just relax and maybe if you want, you can slowly approach the editor, give him, whoever completed, give your reviews to editors and so that they have the full picture. If you want to return. Excuse me. Are you done with work of payment? Are you done with work of payment? You were reviewing the work of payment. Okay, can I just get okay? And what? Okay. But you have like until Monday morning to.
This Monday?
Yes, like.
I don't know if if I get my jobs done, because I'm running for the rest of the system.
Do not worry about jobs. We just need to
I
explain.
explain. I don't have the funds to.
Well, if you like this research, you can continue after class is done. Like after semester is done, but now we need to explain whatever is available. I understand it.
Even if it's not
Right, right. It happens all the time. Are you, just a second. Are you done with reviewing payment? Are you done with reviewing work of payment? I was giving you the one by payment to review. No, I've asked you to review payment. Are you done?
No, I've done that part only.
But I marked that you did. You should do it.
No, actually, that's killing. First of all, my paper was in the hand of the Omar,
Oh.
but I gave it to Sarah. I can upload it here again for Omar.
I don't understand. But I want his review of your paper. Huh?
Online.
Can I see it? Can I see your review of his paper?
No, I will review it online.
Just do it now. I want to see it now. No, I want to see your review of his paper now. Okay, do it now. You do it. Let's send it by email. Okay.
I was about to ask you, like, I tell you, like, once we got baby, so he just discharged from the hospital. That's why he didn't come.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So it's better to work in team. Armand, are you done with review of Sarah? Just a bit. All done. All done. Okay, good. Is it your revision or a revision of others to your work?
No, these are others.
Huh?
These are others to my work.
Oh, okay. So shortly we will complete and collect all revisions to the editors. Editors will have a quick glance and return their decisions and reviews to the authors. If reviewers are typically in real life, if reviewers are not answering, they're getting reminders like you have promised to do your review 3 months ago and you haven't submitted yet. We give you last chance of another 24 hours. Well, in our life, everything is a little in the class a little shorter. So while reviewers are completing the reviews, I will with a not loud voice, I will give a comment of what we do next. So after all reviews are collected by editors, they glance through and communicate their decisions and all reviews to the authors. So the information that you will get today as authors is most important learning from this class. It is so much more important than any lecture and any practical skills. And in community, in real publishing, the opinion of a reviewer is considered like as an absolute truth, at least for a period of time. So whatever reviewer is requesting must be done literally. So it is not instruction from instructor in the class. You just we are mimicking the real life. So follow what reviewers are telling, even you know that it is someone of the same career level, and implement it towards the next version, which is hopefully will be much better. Let me repeat an announcement that the very final version, the very ultimate deadline is early morning on Monday. So I'm hiring a local publishing company that needs a little time to print, to compose all your works into little books and print them. And it should be done before we have presentations on Wednesday. So they need a couple of days. So try to use Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So 4 days to do your final versions. Earlier is okay, later is not good. And just try to implement as much as possible of reviewers' comments into your works. It's just repeating. It's very valuable, and you will see how some of your ideas were immediately understood by reviewers, and some were not understood or taken oppositely. So it's a real practice of human communications. You will see that not everything you were thinking was arriving to the target audience, and then it gives way to adjust. Okay, so please, those who are still working on reviews, please complete. You are getting reminders, and we are going to finish all activities soon. Just okay, thank you. Your advisor. In previous years, I was sending invitation to the whole department, but typically one of those who care about computation are coming. Maybe like Han from CCast, co-director of CCast.
Can we like see the CCAS facility?
We can ask him when he comes to the presentations. So you recognize it from far distance. because of the style of the figures. Oh, okay. I think it's your work.
Distance should be 1 meter.
It looks like initial geometry, but after optimization, it probably will take oxygen and hydrogen to make like CO3, and maybe one of the oxygens will bind to one of the calcium, so one may show like distance from this carbon to this oxygen is like very far now, but after optimization it will get short, and then distance from this oxygen to whatever is calcium will get shorter. So just show most important.
Okay.
As author, you should know better what is important for this project. And in the introduction, you're telling that protons are migrating inside. So if you see it, you can also indicate it by arrows, because right now it looks like a gray area, like decoration, without special labels. Just label what we as readers should look at. Okay.
Thanks.
Okay, 1 minute more to finish. Just put most important comments, because more than half of the class have completed everything, so we need to respect their times. I know there are many questions, but try to identify your most important comments and bring your reviews back to the editors. Oh, okay, thank you. You can distribute back. Okay. Oh, you want to make it organized, all three at once. Okay. Energy conservation effort. Is it you did everything else? You have all of this left, right? You have done everything else. You left. It's the last thing you need to do, right? So if everyone else in class is done, you can just hand it directly to payment. Okay, yeah, but yeah, directly to him. But many thanks for doing it. I just it's important not only for him but for you to work on his work, because close to completion. 30 seconds more. Yes. Let's plan on 5 minutes, but yes, but it will take longer because of questions and because you guys will be excited. 5 minutes times 12 people will be an hour, and then 5 minutes for questions will be 2 hours. But let's say something, not for the record. Just submit. Just submit. Just go ahead and submit. Bring whoever was me. No. Pencil for you. Pencil for you, yes. Okay, so who was the editor of you? Who was your editor? Whom you should return? Okay, I'll figure it out. Okay, okay. Pen is for you. You're a reviewer forever from now on. Okay. Okay. Did everyone complete it? Okay. Did all editors return the works to the authors? About soon. So as soon as this activity is done, we will announce the completion of this meeting, and just recommendation to authors to go ahead and implement the suggested changes. After we are done, after the adjourn will be announced, of course, we are not doing blind reviews as in real life. So I think getting feedback from your colleagues will not stop being friends. So you may approach either editor or reviewer and just discuss if you have some inconsistencies and get more informal reviews. But it will be after the class. It is not our main activity. So all works are back to authors. So you have 4 days to implement changes. Please join me in thanking all guest editors who helped us to organize this process. Thank you, Han. And yes, all review sheets should go to the authors. And for authors, it is most important guidance to complete their papers. So just wait until everything is returned, and then we will announce the adjourn. All done? Okay, meeting is done. Everyone is welcome to disconnect and depart. Your final, it's for you. Your final versions of the term papers are expected very early morning on Monday, like before 7 a.m. right? And there will be 2 more academic lectures with leftover of theories on Monday and Tuesday, and there will be a final presentation of your research projects on Wednesday evening at the lab time here in this room at the same time. If anyone needs templates or examples of recordings of similar presentations from previous years, send me a reminder so that you have an idea how it went. Any questions? So let's plan on presentations for 5 minutes. So there is 12 people in the class. So 5 times 12 will be an hour, and it will be about 5 minutes, maybe less questions. So you will fill 2 hours and then depart in peace. Okay. Thank you once again. Have a nice evening, and wishing you successful completion of the last but very important steps in this course. Yeah, thank you. It's for you. Thank you, David. Bye.